What's up guys, this is Matt from monstertech. In front of me we have the HTC Titan. This is HTC's flagship Windows phone. So let's take a look at the exterior, the interior and the software on this device and a quick review. So this is a 4.7 inch device, shares the same resemblance to the HTC Sensation XL which we checked out last week. This is a 800 by 480 resolution screen, once again with 4.7 inches in diameter. We have a large HTC designed earpiece at the top, and we have 3 capacitive buttons at the bottom, one for return, the main Windows key and the search key. On the right side of the device we have the volume up and down rocker. We also have a camera shutter which when we hold down will take us directly to the camera, and that can also be a half shutter and a take button. On the bottom of the device all we have is the microphone. On this side we have micro USB. On the top of the device we have a second microphone, 3.5mm headphone jack and the power and lock button. On the back of the device we have the 8 megapixel sensor, dual flash, speakers, noise cancellation microphones at the bottom here. Also we have the Windows Phone logo and the HTC logo. This phone, like most of their other phones now, has the unibody design, so when you flick that out you can take the two apart and this is a solid back piece. In here we have a 1600 milliamp hour battery with up to 460 hours of standby time on 3G. We also have the SIM slot. There is no micro SD slot on this device, as most Windows phones, if all Windows phones as I'm aware, do not come with micro SD slots. So this is standard at 16 gigabytes of internal storage, non-expandable. So if you want any more, you might want to look at another device. So, this is a Windows 7.5 device. This is a 1.5 GHz single core processor from Qualcomm. We have the 8 megapixel sensor. We also have a 1.3 megapixel front facing camera for video calling, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth as standard. This also has Dolby Mobile enhanced speaker on the back and weighs 160 grams. Now, the great thing about this device is it's super thin. For a phone this size, I'm really pleased with the thickness of the device. So the thickness is only 9.9 millimeters, which is nearly as thin as some of the thinnest phones on the market. And to keep it so thin with such a large screen, I think is incredible. So what have we got packed on the device? So as I said, we've got Windows Phone 7.5, Mango. This is probably one of the first or second times I've actually taken a look at Windows Phone, so I apologise if I miss out a lot of things, but I'm literally going to do this as if it was my first look. So on the home screen, with Windows Phone 7 range, you've got the tiles. So these tiles are what you would class as live tiles. So as you can see, we've got the people's tile here, and this is rotating around the icons on the screen. Now this is a loaned handset, so this has some of the pre-configured Microsoft contacts on here, so it comes preloaded with all the pictures and all the numbers stored in. But if we went into the people contact, we can click on the contact. It's going to bring up all of their information, their call number, their text number. Swiping a left, we'll see a history. So we had an email sent to this particular person, and we could click on that and it would take us to the email client. Okay, what else have we got on here? We got our regular text messaging. So there's no message on here. Press tap the plus button, type in the person's name, tap away your message, and away you go. So that would be sent. No SIM card, as I would already know. What else have we got on here? We've got the HTC section of Windows Phone. So just like Nokia were allowed to modify Windows Phone with their Lumia 710 and 800 and 900, HTC have also been allowed to put their little touch on this, as obviously there isn't going to be a HTC Sense version of Windows Phone, i.e. like if it were an Android phone. So we've got HTC Weather here, which is their famous weather app, just like you would get on Android. We can click on our town, it's going to take us to that place, and apparently it is 6 degrees outside. I do like the weather app on this. You get a very cool looking view and you get some pretty awesome sounds on here. Let's come out of the full hour view. We've got the 24-hour section. It's going to tell us that it's going to stay about 6 degrees all the time. Maximums of 9 when it comes to tomorrow. So that is that. What else have we got? We've got some blank tiles here. No idea why. HTC Watch, that is going to be their on-demand video service. So let's see what it does. Service not available. Lovely, thanks for that. We've also got IE, Internet Explorer. Much as I don't like Internet Explorer, this is a pretty nifty browser. So we can go to the monstertech YouTube page. So that's going to find information on that. Search it, no results found. Lovely. Let's try going to Google. See if it can do it that way. Here we go, it's found Google, lovely. So, we can go to monstertech this way round. So this is the Internet Explorer mobile browser. It's pretty quick, I have to say. It does seem a little bit nippier than the browser on my iPhone. So we can click on videos. We've also got the option for the desktop version down here. Accelerometer as usual, so we can load up the desktop versions. Windows Phone does support Flash. Whether this will support Flash out of the box, it looks like it doesn't, but I'm sure that is just a quick download from the marketplace. So let's come back out. What else do we have on here? We have Xbox Live. So, with Windows phones, if you're an Xbox fan, you can hook up your gamer tag to Xbox Live, manage your account, see what your friends are up to, chat to your friends. This isn't a device that you can play Xbox games on. A lot of people's misconception of Windows Phone is if they buy this and they have an Xbox, they'll be able to play their Xbox games through their phone. This is wrong. It is purely at the moment just for your Xbox account, as you would say. Moving on down, we've got the pictures. So this will include some of the pre-made pictures. So we can click on that. We've got pinch to zoom, works pretty well. I'd say that works very well actually. Scroll along here, all of these pictures, they can go into landscape mode. Very nice. We've also got Zoom music and video service, so this is a on-demand music and videos that you can pay X amount of pounds per month to Microsoft and get their music. Connected media, that's if you want to throw stuff to a telly or a DVD player. Locations, HTC locations. Let's see what we've got around me. Yep, that's where I live. Very, very accurate. It's actually very accurate. That is exactly where I live. To the pinpoint. Very, very good. Very good. My iPhone would normally give me within 200 yards or 200 meters. So these are the recent things. Oh yes, I've recently been at the Colosseum. It's quite nice how it remembers your recent locations. We've got Microsoft Office. So, with this being a Microsoft device, you come with the lovely pack of Office Suite built in. So, out the box, you'll be able to do Word, Excel and PowerPoint documents. You can upload them from your computer using SkyDrive. You can also use Office 365. Or you can create brand new documents. You can put them on the external hard drive of the device if you plug it into your computer. So let's explore Excel. How do I get started with Excel? But this is just simply must just be nice. Yes, so it is Excel. So if you're into that, Windows Phone might be your option because you get it in the box. So swipe to the left brings up the main menu. We've also got clocks and calendars and calculators, games, which is Xbox. Obviously you're going to have Hotmail incorporated in this. Now Hotmail on on all Windows phones actually, this is how you do your backup and feature backups. So a bit like with the iPhone, you have iCloud, Android have got their Google Mail. You have to have a Hotmail or Windows Live account to use some of the service on this device. So with putting a Windows Live account in, you're going to be backing up your contacts, your texts, and your photos straight to the cloud, I would say. So that is about it for the applications. So with such a big screen, you would imagine that video content is going to look pretty good on this. So back to Internet Explorer. Let's have a little look at this. This was the recent video that monstertech did on the HTC Sensation XL. Let's crank the volume up to the max and see what we get.
This is Matt from monstertech. Today we'll be taking a look at the HTC Sensation XL.
So the sound quality on this is pretty good. When cranked up to 30 though, it sounds a little distorted. Now this may be because there's only one speaker and it's trying to push out quite a hefty bit of sound, but it's alright for the time being. It's not bad. The screen quality is quite good. It could be a little brighter. It doesn't seem as bright as the Sensation XL, even though they seem to have the same screen, but all in all that seemed to be okay. One thing I do like about Windows Phone though is in the settings you can change pretty much the colour of all the tiles. So you can change your background from dark to light. You can also change your tiles to different colours, so we could have teal. I quite like that because that's something you can't do on the other platform. At least you can't do that on my iPhone, but they let you change it around a little bit. So let's just check the comparison size to the iPhone, because this is the device that most people own. The iPhone has a 3.7 inch screen and this has a 4.7 inch screen, so you would think it should be exactly an inch more. Side profile, the phones are about the same. Top profile, once again they're about the same, but the camera protrudes out quite a bit on the Titan, so that might put people off. But all in all, not an oversized device. I thought that it was being so large, it would be quite troublesome to carry around, but in the hand it feels quite substantial. It's not too big. I think because it's so thin, it's still kept quite a small form factor for such a big device. So hopefully in phones in the future, they'll stay quite thin, so that means that the screens can stay quite large, because I think something that people worry about with such a big phone is it's going to be quite clunky in the hand and the pocket, but this is not. So all in all, I think that this phone is pretty awesome. Windows Phone 7.5, expect this phone to get Windows Phone 8 in the summer. I would hope a phone like this would get Windows 8 because it does have the power and RAM to run it, but with other phones coming out like the Titan 2, older phones like the Titan may miss out. So if you go for this now, don't be disappointed if in the future you don't receive a critical software update. Well, this has been Matt from monstertech, taking my first look at the HTC Titan. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. I'm sure that we can get back to you on all of those comments. Please rate and subscribe and like this video. Also check out our new blog we've got, which is attached in the YouTube channel link. But for now, I'll catch you later. Peace.